From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Hannah Scholl.
Well, if you're heading out the door, it is much colder than we were at this time yesterday. Not just the air temperature, but also the feels like temperature. Yesterday, we had severe weather move through, and that brought the colder temperatures on the back end to that area of low pressure. This is some of the snapshots from our trackers yesterday. Everyone was out in full force. We had trackers in the south central and southwestern portions or southeastern portions of the state moving these storms on through and tracking them all the way from west to east, and we had two different rotating storms. They did produce rotating wall clouds. They did not produce tornadoes, but we had quite a bit of lowering yesterday, good bit of lightning with these storms as well. And then on the other side of the state, we had snow. Marty Logan in the Panhandle, these elk trying to stay warm, just sitting there in the snow. I've heard that the snow kind of forms a little bit of snowpack on their backs, and it actually keeps them warm when it's there. But this was the story in the Panhandle, which was completely different than in southeastern Oklahoma and south central Oklahoma. So we did get a good bit of rain in some spots. Let's take a look now at the map. We got these snow totals in the Panhandle. Really only the Panhandle saw snow. The highest totals in far western Panhandle, Oklahoma. Boise City got 3 1/3 inches and Guymon got 2 1/2. And then moving on over to the eastern side of the state, south central, all the way up to northeastern Oklahoma. Some places got up to an 1.25 inches even down in Ada. A couple other spots got over an inch, but a lot of people got over 1/4 inch, which is some good soaking rain. Here in Oklahoma City, though, only 1/100 of an inch of rain. We're kind of the dividing line between where it was dry and where people got rain and storms. So there's that area of low pressure. On the back end of that, we're seeing strong winds from the northwest, and out ahead of it, it's continuing to spark off some storms, and there continues to be a severe thunderstorm watch out ahead of that area of low pressure. A lot of good rain with that and a lot of good snow moisture on the back end of that area of low pressure, but not for us. We're just cold, plain old cold. We're not seeing any of that moisture anymore. And here for the next 9 days, I think moisture is going to be a little hard to come by. So there goes that area of low pressure. We're chilly on the back end for the next 3 days or so. We're going to be below average, but at least tomorrow we start a gradual warm up. Not every day is going to be as cold as today is. Then it's mild starting Sunday and Monday. We're dry for much of the 9-day. I think our next chance for rain is going to be on Wednesday of next week, or kind of Wednesday night into Thursday morning. The most recent run slows it down just a little bit, but it also brings the storm just a touch to the west, which means that I think we could see some of that rain, whereas before it was looking like it was only going to be an eastern side of the state kind of thing. So still very far away. We're definitely tracking it, keeping an eye on it, because we do still need the rain. 26 degrees your current temperature. This is what you really have to worry about right now, is that it's very cold when you step out the door. We got our wind chill at 11 in Oklahoma City. As a live look at our Integris cam, part of our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. These are your current air temperatures. 20s, teens out in the Panhandle, 20s for much of the main body of the state. We got 30s and 40s out ahead of this pink line. And the pink line is the freezing line. 44 now in Idabel, down in southeastern Oklahoma, where the last ones to feel the effects of the cold front. And this is what's making it feel so bitterly cold outside. 38, the most recent gusts just south of Woodward, 30 almost in Oklahoma City. So it's feeling like the teens and single digits below zero all across the Sooner State. It's a very, very cold morning by this afternoon. Not going to be feeling a whole lot warmer. 38 degrees our high temperature for this afternoon, but feels like temperatures are staying in the teens and 20s all across the state. Overnight tonight, we're in the 20s. And then tomorrow, the gradual warm up begins. We're in the upper 40s, 50s by Saturday, 60s by Sunday, and 70 degrees by your President's Day.